There are three basic characteristics of electricity. There's wattage, there's voltage, and there's amperage. Now, what are these things? What do they mean, and why is it important to know? Wattage, that's your device. More watts equals more fun. What do we mean by that? It means if you have a 100-watt light bulb, it's going to be brighter than a 40-watt light bulb. So the more wattage your device requires, the more powerful it can be. Now, wattage needs voltage. Voltage is our fuel. And it's constant. In America, we run mostly at 120 volts of alternating current. Now, wattage needs this voltage to do its thing. In other words, wattage is a party. And voltage is your household outlet. It's the fuel sitting in your outlet that's ready to go and it wants to go to the party. So voltage says, okay, you plug something in, a blender, a light, hair dryer. So now voltage starts to go towards the device. But in between here is amperage. And amperage is here to keep an eye on the party. Amperage kind of steps in the way. He's kind of looking out. Because what happens is wattage keeps wanting voltage as much as it can get. Amperage says, you're pulling voltage, but you can only handle, let's say, 20 amps. The more voltage it pulls, the more amps it pulls, or the higher the wattage requires more voltage. So it's going to keep pulling voltage until it gets to 20 amps. Then what happens? If it hits 21, this is where our breaker is. And you've seen these in your house, in your fuse box, and they're everywhere. It could be a fuse. This is placed in between there. It prevents wattage from having too much of a party. It limits the amount of voltage that it can request or command or pull or whatever. So if it pulls too much, our breaker goes or we blow a fuse. And this is important. We want the fuse to blow. We want the breaker to blow. And that's like basic alternating current. Wattage is how much fun you can have. Voltage fuels the party, but amperage keeps an eye on it. In our next video, we'll show the importance of how to do the following formula correctly. One of the most famous formulas will be for electricity is wattage equals volts times amps, or West Virginia. And we're going to use this a lot because we're going to need it in lighting, video, audio, and even in our set pieces.